Right, the next step is to add the windows in. What we need to do though, on the front face it's quite obvious where the windows are. On the gable end or the west elevation, there's no mark on the drawing as to where it is, so we need to add that in. So that's quite straightforward. You just want to measure how far along the window is. I'm just going to add a line to there and to there, and that way I can use my compass to measure how far it is from the corner. That first point, mark that on the drawing, and then to the second point, and again you can mark that on the drawing. Okay, so you get 2 points there and there. So the other thing we need to do is get the heights of the windows, and we're going to add that onto one of the height lines that we already have. So it makes sense to just draw some lines from the top of the window, and you can see that all the windows are the same height, and they're actually the same. So the same height, and they start and end vertically at the same point. So I'm going to mark these window points or window heights, and we're just going to put them on height line 1. And although you might think, well, that doesn't make sense because that doesn't tie in with all the faces, you'll see how we can use the height 1, the single height line, for multiple faces. Okay, and you might want to use that in other drawings as well. So let's just do that. So we'll measure how high up the windows are. Just to make sure you're measured against a straight line. And I'll mark that on height line 1. I'm just going to call it A and B. So that's A there, and then the top of the window height is going to be B on height line 1. A couple of points there. Call that B. So we've got A and B. That's the top and the bottom of the windows. Right, to get the windows on the gable end here, spectator point again, through the first point on the left hand side and up to picture plane. Wee point there, and then through the second point. Now obviously your drawing's getting cluttered with lines all the time, but you just have to be careful to take note of where you are. So I'm going to project up from these 2 points, and I know roughly where this is going to be, so you don't need to send the lines too far. So I've got 2 lines, wee lines there, and then I'm going to use the heights A and B to find the height of the window. So through vanishing point 1, and then through A for the bottom of the window, and then through B, vanishing point 1 and B for the top of the window. Okay, and I'll just firm this in. See the wee window taking shape. Okay, in order to get those heights onto the different faces of the building, what you do is you basically project round the corners, and I'll show you how you do that. Starting on the left hand side, from vanishing point 1, project the bottom height to the corner of the building, and project the top height to the corner of the building. Okay, so you get a couple of points there and there. Then you use vanishing point 2 to project it round the front face. There. And there. So that's you got your heights of the front window on this face here. Then what we can do is we can find the position of this window on the front. And again, it's spectator point through the corner of the window, to the picture plane, through the other corner of the window, through to the picture plane. And then draw these lines up. And then you can just firm this in. That should get that window on the front face.